Hi, welcome to another episode of You Have My Attention. My name is Ellie, and today I have the Midnight Bat with me again. How's it going?
I mean, it's going good. Christmas is almost upon us, so I'm excited about that. I need to do more baking because I haven't done any at all when I'm normally used to making cookies and stuff.
So what are you planning on making this year? What's your plan?
Well, I like to make gingerbread cookies because I still have molasses from last time, and apparently molasses doesn't go bad or something, right?
I think it lasts a really long time. I know honey basically doesn't have an expiration date, and I would assume molasses is like a similar situation.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to make some gingerbread men. Maybe. I mean, I like to make a Christmas cake, but I feel like I don't have to because we just I feel like maybe I could just do the gingerbread men and the sugar cookies, and then I feel like that's fine. I don't know.
What's a Christmas cake? What do you consider to be a Christmas cake?
No, it's literally just cake, but decorated like with green and red and shit.
Oh, okay.
Or you can make it like a different theme. Like you can make it a different shape, like a snowman or something.
I remember trying fruitcake, but it was a homemade fruitcake. I've never had like the one that people complain about.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Didn't our grandma make a fruitcake a long time ago? I feel like I remember that.
I think so. So in a previous episode, I was talking about, I like the Oprah's favorite things list.
I don't like Oprah, but that's a different episode.
Okay. Yeah. So I wasn't praising Oprah or anything, but I was just going through her favorites list this year that her and her editors compiled, her team, and I was just talking about what I thought about it. And at some point I did kind of like tangent. I went on a tangent to talk about panettone, which I've seen.
Oh, I know.
It's basically
panettone.
fruitcake.
Yeah, it
and
is.
I didn't realize that at first. I just saw pictures of it, and I never saw it in the store and stuff, and never looked at it closely enough to realize that it was fruitcake.
The only reason why I know about panettone is because of this one drag queen named Coco Peru. She actually follows me on Instagram, but she did a video like on YouTube where because like her character is very much like just like a middle-aged woman, just like a very motherly kind of woman. And so the video is just her looking for panettones, and she goes to like 3 different stores to find panettones, or I think she goes to Big Lots or something, but she just like is trying to hunt down panettones to give to friends and family and things like that.
Right. And I saw them at the stores, and I did mention how I had never tried it and I was curious about it, and I was wondering if it was any good or not, but then I realized like it's literally fruitcake, and I've had fruitcake, but I've only had the homemade kind, and the homemade kind was good. I have no complaints, but I assume the kind you find in the store is not as good, right? It's going to be drier.
Yeah, I feel like it's drier.
I don't know.
Gross.
I believe I remember hearing that fruitcake is usually the cake that is used at British royal weddings because how long it lasts. Because it's all dry and stuff or something.
Ew.
I don't know.
Just make a new pastry. I don't know.
A new pastry for
make a new pastry.
It's an interesting choice for a wedding cake, but yeah, I don't. I think it's fine as a cake, but
I like fruit and I like cake, but I don't want to mix them.
Just but like fruit cake is a different thing. It's not like combining the two.
No, but like I like pizza, and I like pineapple separately, but I don't like pineapple pizza. It's like why mix them? It's just not right. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe my opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's okay. But so you said you want to bake cookies.
Yes, so sugar cookies, and I found this really good recipe from like a YouTube video, and I've just been using the same one over and over again because it's really good.
I'll be sure to link it in the show notes in case anyone wants to try it out.
It's so good. And I don't know how much I adjusted the recipe, but like maybe probably not that much. I feel like it's just the exact same thing. The only part that you have to get right is like the glaze icing or whatever. It's really easy, but I think it's included in the video, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
on that note, you mentioned that you have some Christmas movie favorites and that you would like to share them today. So are you sure you have a list ready?
Yes, I do. We both prepared our list separately.
Yeah, I made mine, and mine's not that long because I didn't think about this too much, to be honest. I watch Christmas movies, but I don't watch like a lot of them. I just watch a few during the holidays, and then that's it. You know, I'm not watching them during the year, and I don't watch
Yeah.
watch a lot of movies like on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, because usually we're like with family, so we'll get to see 1 or 2 movies max.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I have like an all-time favorite, but then I have other favorites too. So, and also there's newer ones that I like too that have recently come out. But there's this one that I don't feel like that many people our age know about it because it's a really old movie, but it's called Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, and it came out in 1977. And it's like a musical, but like with puppets. So it's like one of those Jim Henson movies, and it's really well made. Like from the time they came out, like everything is so like their little world, their props, their clothes for the puppets, like they're really well made. And I don't know, I just think it's a classic. So they have it, I know they have it on YouTube in parts, but I don't know, I want to get, like, if there is a DVD, then I want to get the DVD.
sounds like it's a little harder to find since it's an older movie.
I mean, maybe they have it on somewhere. Like, apparently it says that they have it on Peacock, but I don't have Peacock, so yeah. But I really like that movie, and that's like more of a kids movie, but honestly I appreciate it more as an adult. Another one that's like, I guess, kind of obvious because I'm emo is Nightmare Before Christmas, because like that's kind of obvious. Like it's for Halloween and Christmas.
It's like a crossover situation.
Yeah, it is. And obviously I really like that one. And then another one, my all-time favorite is actually Home Alone. I don't know about your all-time favorite. I love Home Alone so much, so I don't know, like, who found Macaulay Culkin. And like
I think he was in a few movies before that movie.
I know he was in a movie called My Girl.
He was in a couple.
I still haven't seen it, but it's on Netflix, so I should watch it. But it makes the movie so much better. Like, he just makes the movie, you know, he carries it on his shoulders. And Catherine O'Hara plays the mom, and I love her. She's iconic. So do you have do you want me to name all of mine? Or
Yeah, go ahead and finish yours.
Okay, I'm gonna try to be really quick because I have a longer list than you.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm obviously obsessed with RuPaul's Drag Race, and there is like an episode, a Christmas episode. I don't know if there's any more because like I've seen the whole show practically, but like I don't know if they have them specifically for Christmas. But there's one episode from season 3, episode 2, and it's called The Queen Who Mobbed Xmas. And I just the main thing that I remember from that episode is that they had to use Christmas ornaments and decorations, just things that were Christmas, like to create their outfits. And one of them, Shangela, made like a weird like skirt thing that looked like kind of like a snowman, but it was like not good. And like I don't know, I just remember that one being really weird because but some of the queens were really creative, and they would like crush up like glass Christmas ornaments.
Mm-hmm.
And
sounds dangerous.
Like, but they would like use that as like, you know, so it would sparkle, like, so their outfits would sparkle. So I remember that one. And then RuPaul's Drag Race also has a Christmas special, and it's called the Hollis Slay Spectacular, and that one's really good. Trixie's in that one, and that one's more relaxed because in the actual show they're actually competing. And that one, yes, they kind of are competing, but not really. It's more of like a fun thing. So I feel like all of the queens were not as pressured, you know. But another thing I really like is this movie that me and my younger sister like to watch together every year. It's called Christmas with the Cranks, and it has our queen, Jamie Lee Curtis. So I feel like everyone knows her as the Queen of Halloween, because obviously the franchise Halloween, the movies. But she's so great in this one. I just think she's such a good like comedy actor. Like, she's so great in Freaky Friday. So this is another comedy that she's in. So I love Jamie Lee Curtis. And then the obvious one, this is probably my number 2, is How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. For obvious reasons. I think I saw like a video of Jim Carrey talking about how many hours it took to get him into his Grinch drag, basically, like the makeup and all that, and the suit and the fur. It's like, oh, like I don't even know how the hell he did that, like, but he did it. And like, it's just, to me, that movie's a masterpiece.
I agree, and it's on my list too. Same goes for Home Alone. I love those two movies. I think they're must see Christmas movies if you have to pick,
because there's a lot of really crappy Christmas movies.
I haven't seen, I was looking up Christmas movies because I legitimately forgot some of the ones I've seen, and I mean, like, I know there's some that I've seen that haven't stood out to me as much, so I was thinking, what have I not seen? So I went, did a search and kind of looked at some, and a lot of them I haven't heard of, and I don't know
for good reason, because they're bad. They're really bad.
I mean, we're not fans of them, I guess, but
no, there's so many that are bad, but there's some gems in there. Oh, there's a newer one that I really like. It was directed by Clea Duvall, and she is also an actress, and she directed this movie called Happiest Season, and that one came out maybe like a year or two ago. I don't remember. It's like a recent one, and it's like a gay Christmas movie. So it's like
with Kristen Stewart.
With Kristen Stewart, yeah, and I know Jinx and Dela make a little cameo in there, but Aubrey Plaza is also in it, and I love her, so she's great. And then another, I mean, you can watch this movie, like Edward Scissorhands also has like a Christmas aspect to it, like, because at the very end, like, basically the climax of the movie, it is Christmas time, and all of the women in the neighborhood in the movie have like weird outfits and weird Christmas type hairdos, and I don't know, I just love like the whole kind of like the design of that movie is just spectacular. So I guess that one's not really considered maybe like the most Christmassy movie, but Christmas does happen in the movie, and I like the way that everything is like made up and decorated. Also, there's one that's like, I don't know if you remember, it's like called The Polar Express. They used to always make us watch that when we were like in elementary school, like for right before Christmas break. We got to watch it in class all the time, and that one's like an animated movie type deal. Like it was like from the time that it came out, it was actually pretty good animation. And what's his name is in it? The guy from what's his name? Tom Hanks. He does like the voice of the conductor guy or whatever. Also another movie. This one's like a rom-com, so it's cute. It has like it's called The Holiday.
I don't think I've seen that one, but I've seen it cute. I've seen the thumbnail for it, or the image of it on Netflix, or
yeah, it's like Cameron Diaz, Jack Black, what's her name? Kate Winslet.
Yes,
she's like plays basically like the one of the main characters along with Cameron Diaz, but she's like, her love interest is Jack Black, and it sounds like an unlikely pairing, but it works so well, I think. So I think you should watch that one, because that one is like a rom-com-y type one, where they kind of Cameron Diaz, pretty sure she lives like in LA or something, and then Kate Winslet lives somewhere, I think maybe she lives in London or something, but they like do like an Airbnb type deal where they switch places, and then she goes to like live in her house, and then Cameron Diaz goes to live in Kate Winslet's house.
So they like vacation rental into each other's houses.
Yeah,
is it like planned?
I need a break.
Is it planned? Like they're friends?
No, they're not friends. It was just like internet type deal, and then they started talking.
I see.
Like over email and stuff. So I really like that one. And then that movie Elf. Everyone watches Elf pretty much every Christmas time.
It's very popular,
but I don't think it's the best Christmas movie in my opinion, but it's still good, and it's like a comedy type deal, and Will Ferrell, like, if he's not your cup of tea, then probably don't like watch the Elf or Elf, whatever, because his humor is very like immature and like just like stupid, but
it is a certain type of humor for sure, and that's something I picked up with his comedy for sure. And
yeah, it's not for everybody. Like, it's a little bit childish, but he's funny in some other stuff too, but everyone knows that one. And then I'll watch, like, around this time I'll watch like Christmas episodes of like cartoons and stuff that I like grew up with. But then also there's Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They
have reality show.
They have Christmas episodes, but those I don't really like those. The one, even though it's not Christmas, the one I really like is from season 2, episode 8, when it's the Kardashian family vacation, and it's the iconic episode where they go to a ski lodge, as like a family vacation, and Kim and Courtney and Chloe are in a fight. But it's the one where Chris takes away their phones or something, because she's like, we should have like a family thing, like y'all should not be on your phones or whatever, because this was the time when Kim Kardashian was dating Reggie Bush, and so she was just like chatting him. This was like before FaceTime. It was like iChat or whatever on her computer, and then Chris would be like, you know what, we need to just have the family time. And so she took away their phones, and then Kim wanted her phone back, so she got mad that Chris took it, and then like they were kind of in a fight, and then she like tossed it on the ground, and Kim didn't like that, so she got her mom's phone and threw it from the second story to the floor, and she said, let's see if yours works, and she throws it.
Oh no.
And then that's where that meme came from, it's what she deserves. that's where that meme comes from. But it's not really Christmassy, but to me it's like anything with snow or whatever, they're at a ski lodge. I feel like it's like Christmas related in my opinion. Yeah.
I think I saw when I was looking at the list, I think I thought of a few movies that had that sort of situation, mm-hmm. and it did make me wonder, like, wait, is that a Christmas movie? Because a lot of the Christmas movies, like that are American at least, have that trope of like the snow and all that stuff, mm-hmm. and the lights, and it's winter and all those things.
What's that one Meg Ryan movie with snow and shit and lights? Is it Sleepless in Seattle?
It might be
Sleepless in Seattle. I think that there's a Christmas
scene
part of it. Yeah. So that's my list, but yeah, you can talk about your list now.
Yeah, so my list is very short, and I think you mentioned most of the movies that are on my list. So for me, it's Home Alone. Mm-hmm. Elf is on my list, even though I agree with what you said about it not being for everyone and the humor type being kind of childish, but I have enjoyed it before. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version. Yes, that's the best one. It's hilarious. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
it's insane what Jim Carrey had to go through, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Also, Taylor Momsen. She plays the little Cindy Lou Who.
Yeah, she's very talented.
It's crazy because she's like a singer and she has a band. I'm pretty sure it's called The Pretty Reckless. But it's funny because people will show like side by side pictures of her as Cindy Lou Who, and then her like in her band with her like raccoon eye makeup, and like she just is wearing all black. So people will just be like, "Can you believe this is Cindy Lou Who?" Yeah.
I've seen those before, and it's like, well, that was like 20 years after she was in the movie, but that's kind of funny, that people make that comparison. Another one is Edward Scissorhands, and then after that, I think the shows that I've liked Christmas specials for a few different shows, but the one show that comes to mind the most when it comes to Christmas like episodes to me is The Office.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that. But I don't like that show, but you guys do. But yeah, I was gonna mention that they have like several episodes, Christmas episodes.
Yeah, and I narrowed it down to 3 that I enjoy, and I'm gonna say from my third favorite down to my most favorite probably. Although I'm still between the first and second, I'm like, which one do I like more? But so the first one that I'm gonna mention is season 9, episode 9. It's called Dwight Christmas, and it's when Dwight slaps. Well, okay, the highlight is him slapping people with like a branch. But
okay, is that what? Why does he hit people with a branch in that?
Basically,
episode?
He dresses up as Belschnickel, which I think is an old German character. That's kind of like a type of Santa Claus type character. I'm actually not sure how accurate that character is, but it's really funny. And so there's a scene where they're like sitting in the conference room in a circle, and he starts to go around and declares them either impish or admirable, which is basically naughty or nice. And the people he calls impish, they like eagerly await his declaration, and then he slaps him with a branch. So that to me is the funniest part. The other one is season 6, episode 13, titled Secret Santa.
Oh, actually, I have seen that one. with you guys, like when y'all were watching it like in the living room. I have seen that one, so I do know what happened in that one.
Yeah, that one, I think the highlight of that one for me is when one of the characters, Andy, gives Erin, the receptionist, he gifts her the 12 days of Christmas. And yeah, so like all the like the 3 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree, like all those things.
Oh my god. But then one of them is like dancing, like 12 ladies dancing or something like that, right?
Yeah, like all of the things listed in 12 days of Christmas, they're like appear to her over the course of 12 days.
So he gave her swans?
Yes.
7 swans. I
want to list them all out, but I'm going to mess them up.
No, it's fine. I can find them.
I know 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 maids a milking, 9 ladies dancing. Wait, no, that's 8 maids a milking.
I know 5 golden rings.
5 golden rings. That one's easy.
Okay, I have the list. It's a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, but go backwards from 12. Go from 12.
Okay.
Because in the song, you start on the first one, and then you go to the 2, and then 1, and then you go 3, 2, 1, day 4, 5, 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so on and so forth.
Okay, so it's 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping.
That's the one I always forget.
9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking. Oh my god, what the fuck? 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge and a pear tree.
Yeah, and notice it's a lot of birds.
It's like partridge, is that a bird or is that a tree? No wait, that's partridge.
Yeah, so it's a type of bird and it's in a pear tree.
What the fuck?
It's so it's funny because it highlights the absurdity of the 12 days of Christmas if someone were to actually gift that to somebody.
That's a lot of birds.
It is, and I just know that must have been so difficult to like logistically figure out. But it's funny.
How did he get all those birds and buy all of the birds?
Exactly, but it's funny.
Okay.
So that one is the second one, and then the third one is season 3, episode 10 and 11, because it's like a 2-parter, and it's called A Benihana Christmas.
What's that one?
Basically, there's a part in the episode where Jim, Dwight, and oh my gosh, why am I blanking on his name?
That's okay. Oscar?
No.
What's that one guy? Kevin?
No, Steve Carell's character. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. Michael.
So
basically, Jim, Dwight, and Michael, they all go to Benihana at some point. I think they get mad at the party and they get upset. Or Michael gets upset about something. I can't remember off the top of my head. But the highlight of that episode is that, to me, the highlight of the episode is that Angela sings the little drummer boy at the end.
I don't like her character.
I know.
Just rude.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I think it's mentioned that she was like the last character that they softened up because she was so like judgy and harsh. Yeah. And they took forever to develop her character, I think. Mm-hmm. She was like,
didn't you say she was like your favorite character?
I think like to me the stuff around her is like funny. Mm-hmm. Like I find it funny. I wouldn't say like, oh, I want to like I would want to be her as a character. Like no, that's not what I mean when I just think it's like there's a lot of irony around her in the show. And I find it funny.
Okay.
So that's what I would say. And definitely I wanted to mention the episode, like the Christmas episode of The Office that I least like is A Moroccan Christmas, because I think it's the hardest to watch. It's kind of upsetting. Well, not overall.
Why? Do people die or something?
No, nobody dies.
Okay.
Basically, it's my least favorite because it's more uncomfortable to watch than the other episodes. There's a scene where they try to confront Meredith about her alcoholism.
And
they try to like Michael tries to force her to go into rehab, which obviously doesn't work. And it's upsetting to see the part where it's revealed to the rest of the office employees that Angela is cheating on Andy, and they all realize it, but they don't tell him, and it's just awkward. So that's why it's so hard to watch. But yeah, that's my least favorite one. But yeah, my list was shorter than yours.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was like, I didn't think about this until now, but I was thinking about other shows that I really like. And another one I really like is Dexter. And I was like, I'm pretty sure there is.
There probably is. I I don't like
Christmas
that show.
episodes.
I don't like shows about serial killers, but
I love that show. But I'm pretty sure there are some, but I would just have to hunt them down later, and watch them later. But yeah. Oh, but you know what? Besides like shows and movies and stuff like that, another thing I like to do is go back and look at like old Smosh videos because they have a lot of Christmas ones.
really,
Yeah.
I've
I mean,
seen
obviously the
some of it.
humor is offensive now, but like obviously it's like kind of nostalgic. Like the actual videos are nostalgic to watch. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite one or one that comes to mind right away?
One that comes to mind. Oh, I do actually. I do. It's really old. Oh my god. I think it was like it might be from like 2006 or something like that. But it's like an I think it's called Santa is Real. Okay. I just looked it up and then but yeah, that's my favorite one cuz that's like probably one of the first videos that I've seen from Smosh. And I can just like find it right now. Oh, it says it came out December 22nd, 2007. Okay, so it's from 2007, but I like that one a lot because the whole premise is like Ian is supposed to be playing like a little kid. So he's like obviously at this point he might be like late teens or early 20s or something. He might still be in high school at this point, like in real life. But Ian is like trying to make cookies for Santa, and then his dad is telling him that Santa's not real. And then there's so many funny lines in this video, but later in the night, Anthony is playing like a character that's like a burglar, like burgling his house and like stealing stuff like around Christmas time. And it's like Christmas, but Ian's character, he's like actually thinks he's Santa because he came into the house, so he's like, oh my god, it's Santa. And like he just kind of like lies to him and tells him that he is Santa, but he's like taking their stuff. He's like burglaring him right in front of his face. He just like eventually just takes off with their stuff, and then the dad at the end is like, god damn it, that's the same guy that robbed us on Easter. I don't know. I think that's like a must watch, I would say. I'm pretty sure there's some other like creators that I like that have like Christmas related videos, like PewDiePie, because I really like PewDiePie.
Yeah, there's a lot of YouTube content
A lot
that comes out during Christmas. I think a lot of people do what's called Vlogmas, like they'll be vlogging throughout the month of December for people to watch and follow.
I don't like those though, because it's them vlogging their regular day. I'm like, I don't care. Like, you're
not as interested. You just like the content that they put out during the year.
Yeah, I like the art aspect of it. Like, I like the skits, or I like if they make music, I like the music they make. But
yeah, like, whatever it is that they make,
whatever it is they make, I prefer that. I don't want to watch their vlog. I don't care.
I'm not into vlogs either for the same reason. I'm not as interested into those things. Mm-hmm. I just, like you, would prefer to watch what they specialize in, and that's it.
Yeah, but that's the one that stands out in my head right now.
And I know I've heard that it's also a time when creators feel more pressure to like release content because more people have time off and are able to watch things
and spend money and go out and things. And that's why I know that Christmas time is like the time when a lot of drag performers make more money, like Halloween and usually the holiday times.
And I assume people in the service industry as well. Like if you're server or bartender or something, you're gonna get more tips or gonna get paid more, hopefully.
Yeah, that's pretty much, But I know some people hate Christmas, for different reasons or whatever. But I personally really like Christmas because, like, the traditional aspect of it, like, putting up decorations. Like, my favorite part is putting up the Christmas tree and, like, putting up Christmas lights and, eating...
the Christmas food.
and just like staying in and just chilling. So I like that part of it. I don't like the shopping part where it's like everybody's at the store trying to buy shit, you know, and there's long lines. I don't like that because the stores fill up.
Yeah. And then also, well, actually this year I found that the shopping wasn't that bad to me actually, because well, I went during the week. I didn't go during the weekend.
Oh, okay, that's smart.
And then I try to go like before it got dark, preferably if possible. And since a lot of people shop online now, I think it has eased some of the congestion that happens in stores.
For sure.
Definitely people still shopping in person, but it may have helped with that somewhat. So what are you most looking forward to, like, for actual Christmas celebrations? Like you said the food, but like what do you, so the food,
well, the
you
Secret
mentioned,
Santa, because we like to do a Secret Santa thing, and this time we were trying to do that thing where we get the names out of a hat type of thing, but sometimes that doesn't work because sometimes we accidentally pick ourselves, so we have to draw again. But then, we just got somebody else to like disperse the names, and I like that more because they can know, but we're not gonna know. So,
yeah, I think that's a better tactic, but yeah, it's gonna be hard, especially with a smaller group of people.
Yeah, it is hard with a small group of people. But I like the Secret Santa thing. I don't like the whole white elephant thing, because then like people are just gonna wanna compete to get the, steal gifts, that the better gifts. You know what I mean?
Or the more sought after, gifts. Because
like I don't like that.
I always dislike when there's a white elephant thing, and there's like, usually they have a price range, like don't spend more than this amount, and there's always someone who doesn't listen.
Yeah.
And it's fine to go over a little bit. It's fine to go over a little bit, but it's really annoying when you go over like $10-$20 and
or more. You know who did that? There was this was like several years ago. I think this was before the pandemic, but there was like a YouTuber party or whatever, and there was like a vlog about it, a video, and then Trisha Paytas went to that. It was like an influencer Christmas party, and she did that thing where she bought like such an expensive gift. I think it was an iPad or something like that.
It's literally like almost exactly what happened in that first Christmas episode of The Office.
Exactly.
Christmas party.
It was supposed to be like a $20 gift or something like that, and she went way overboard, and everybody was fighting over it. So I'm pretty sure it was like I know that Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, and maybe Gabby Hanna, I'm not sure, but it was like a lot of influencer,
like YouTube people over there.
Yeah, but when she did that, I was like, I knew it. Like Trisha would do that shit. But
I mean, it was recorded and it was posted on YouTube, so maybe it was like a content thing, like we gotta make this
she just
drama.
likes to do things like that. Like,
yeah, well, that in real life, that's to watch, that could be funny, but in real life it's really annoying.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have been annoying
witnessing
it, and then people fighting over it and stuff like that.
There was one time that I went to a Christmas party and I brought what I thought was a good gift.
What? It was bad?
Well, other people didn't like it. It was a puzzle and nobody wanted it.
I would love a puzzle.
And
it's
thought
like
it was
a 1,000-piece puzzle.
Yeah, it wasn't
I
like
would love it.
It wasn't like all like, I don't think it was one of those 2,000, 3,000 like crazy puzzles.
Maybe
it was
a couple
just,
hundred.
It was just 1,000, if not like 500 or something piece puzzle. It was nice. What I thought was a nice like.
What were the other ones? What were the other gifts that people were like trying to get?
I can't remember all of them. I remember someone bringing like a little like movie night little pack where they had the movie and like popcorn and candy or something.
Oh, that's a nice one. I like that one.
Just stuff like that. Oh, maybe someone brought some chocolates or something. Like nothing crazy, but it did disappoint me, I guess. I realized like, what I think is a good gift is not what a lot of people will think of as a good gift.
Well, I would have tried to take the puzzle because I like doing puzzles. So
right.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that, and I think someone ended up taking some of the gifts that like other people didn't care so much about, and they saw that because there you end up like, first you pick a gift, you open it, and then you can swap it right in the next round and stuff. I think the person that first took it was like at some point we're like, never mind, and they just like left it in a pile, and so someone else was taking them, and I saw that, like I remember who had taken that gift, right? So I was like right away like, Like, my feelings were kind of hurt, but then I was like, you know what? It's not that big a deal. But, you know, maybe I should have just bought that puzzle and kept it for myself and brought something more crowd pleasing instead.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I really like, well, a lot of YouTube Christmas content. Well, I have like certain favorites, but like the show with Trixie and Katya, like they have some Christmas episodes of and there's this one episode where Trixie is like playing a song with her guitar and she's making it up about kimchi. And so yeah, there's just some great, I guess, online Christmas YouTube things. But yeah, anything that's like I don't know, I like the Christmas I like Christmas stuff, but like I know our other sister doesn't care about Christmas really.
I mean, I kind of get why some people can be a little grinchy about Christmas, because I've expressed this before. Like, I like Christmas, I like the music and stuff, but I do get a little like,
you made a list, right?
Sick of it sometimes. For what?
Christmas music.
I do. I have a playlist that I would like to share.
Ooh, is it long or is it like one of those?
It's like 12 songs or something like that. Like, it's not a lot.
Mm-hmm. Wait, can you tell me what songs are on there?
Sure, I'm gonna pull it up and I'll share it. So I have it in a list, written down in a list, and I'll talk about each one.
I don't really have like I mean, I thought I had a music Christmas list or whatever, but like on YouTube, because I have like a lot of playlists on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out it's just like 4 videos, and they aren't even like it's not like a whole music list. I mean, I just have the sugar cookie one. There's one about tamales, because I feel like tamales is like very much like a traditional food to make, you know, for Christmas time.
Yeah.
And then another sugar cookie one, but it's like a Halloween one, but that's the one I normally use. And then it's like the last video is the night before contact. So that's another that's like a Katya song
reference.
Yeah.
I like, kind of on the same subject of like recipes and stuff, I really like what's called Ponche Navideño. So,
my favorite
Mexican
thing ever.
Christmas punch, like fruit punch. It's really good. I'm looking forward to that. It's made usually with hibiscus leaves, which in Spanish we call agua de Jamaica, like flor de Jamaica, like Jamaica flower, translated to Jamaica flower, but it's a hibiscus.
It's so good.
Cinnamon, tejocotes, which is a small like fruit that kind of looks like crab apples.
Mm-hmm.
Piloncillo, which is like a raw sugarcane cone that you dissolve in the hot water when you make the punch. Mm-hmm. Sugarcane sticks, some people add that, and then other fruits, like we've added orange, apple,
pear, I think, right?
We've put pear in there, guavas.
What are those other things that we put in there?
Prunes, raisins, and or grapes.
Yeah. It's the best thing ever. It's like hot fruit punch. It's
really good. If you've never had it, I recommend like trying it sometime. If you know someone that makes it, or you're invited to a posada navideña.
Yeah, and our mom makes it so good, and it's the best to drink when it's like cold outside. So
it is, and that's why it's perfect for Christmas.
Yes, it is.
It's really good. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, like food wise. I like gingerbread cookies too.
Yes,
I really
love
that.
Gingerbread cookies. I was asking your dad, I was like, if I made gingerbread cookies, would you eat them? And then he was just like, yeah, I will try them. But he's just not the kind to eat like anything. He doesn't eat sweets or anything sugary, you know what I mean? Or bread. He doesn't eat like pastries. He'll only try it if somebody makes it, but like he doesn't eat it like normally.
And he does it mainly for health reasons, and he's just he's just more of like, and he doesn't have a sweet tooth. He's more of a savory type of person. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And so I brought up my Christmas favorites playlist. I'll link it.
Oh, the songs.
Yeah. So like I said, there's 15 on here. I don't have it in any particular order in terms of like favorite or what have you. I didn't rank them. I just have like my top 15. So the first one is Frosty the Snowman. And in each for each song I listed like which rendition I like. I like the one by Ella Fitzgerald. So it's such a classic tune. I rarely have experienced snow, and I can recall daydreaming about making my own snow people when I was a kid. Aww. And giving them twig noses and arms. So I think today I've only made like one snowman. And I don't think there was much to work with because, like I said, it doesn't really snow that much here. It's really rare. But she has my favorite vocal rendition. And I like other ones too. Like there's a Willie Nelson version that's good that I like. The classic Bing Crosby version is a good one as well. And there's so many versions of it. My favorite one is definitely Ella Fitzgerald's.
Is Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You on it?
Okay, so I'll get to that, but
okay.
It's actually not, and I'll say why.
Okay.
Not because I don't like it, but just because I had to make some considerations when I made this list. So the second one is the Christmas song, parentheses, Merry Christmas to You by Nat King Cole. It's just a classic. It's my favorite rendition, and it's a classic rendition in my view, and I love the tone, and I just love everything about it. It's just so good. Next is My Favorite Things by Tony Bennett. He also has my favorite rendition. I know there's a lot of versions of this.
Lady Gaga also has like a few Christmas songs that she's done like live or whatever. So I need to like hunt those, and maybe I'll make a list of my own.
Yeah, I remember listening to one of hers, and I can't remember right now which one it was, but it was good. But you can tell right away that it was a live version.
Yeah.
Still enjoyable, but for this playlist, I wanted to not include any live recordings.
Continue.
Just studio recordings. Maybe in the future I'll make a live recording like playlist of favorites. But the next is an instrumental version of the Christmas Waltz. The Christmas Waltz. And the artist that was listed is called Beige Adair. I just remember it being instrumental and preferring to include some of these as instrumental versions because I also like to listen to those. Next up is Christmas Time Is Here. And that's from Charlie Brown Christmas.
Ooh, the Charlie Brown special. I need to watch that because it's a classic. I love it.
Yes, A Charlie Brown Christmas, one of my favorite Christmas movies. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but in case I didn't, it is. And it's just another top Christmas tune. I really enjoy.
Did you know? I'm sorry for interrupting, but did you know that I don't even care about Star Wars, but like there's a Star Wars Christmas special. It's like old.
And I was gonna mention it earlier before I forgot to mention it. I think a lot of people have said it's terrible.
Really?
Yeah, the people that I've heard talk about it have said that it's bad, and I don't know if I watched it or not.
We can't say for sure because I haven't seen it. Or neither have you, right?
I think I've seen it.
Really? With who? Somebody?
I think just randomly, like somewhere on YouTube, or I think I saw clips of it because I was curious. I think that's what happened. Clips. Yeah, I remember hearing that it was bad, so I was like, "What do they mean?" And then just saw it and was like, "Oh."
How many more songs do you have on there?
Like I said, I have 15, and I'm on number 5.
Oh well. Okay, keep going.
Okay, yeah. So back to my list. So Christmas Time Is Here, the instrumental version, Vince Guaraldi, and this is from A Charlie Brown Christmas. I just love it, and I love the instrumental because I like hearing like the piano in this piece, and I really like the message behind A Charlie Brown Christmas. I think it's a very nice message. I recommend anyone to check it out if you haven't already. It's a classic. After that is Please Come Home for Christmas by the Eagles. I like the Eagles. Are one of my favorite rock bands.
Ooh, I love the Eagles.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that one. And then next is Winter Wonderland by Michael Bublé. Michael Bublé. Then Sleigh Ride, the Leroy Anderson version. Mm-hmm. I had to include this because I was a band kid from like middle school through college. So I performed it a couple of times, and I just love the instrumental version.
Oh, you had a Christmas concert recently, right? Like
I did. It went well.
Okay, yeah.
We did not play Sleigh Ride though.
So. I wanted to go, but I couldn't because I had a school day that day. But I wanted to go.
Well, it was good, but hopefully I have another one next year. I also enjoy Ella Fitzgerald's rendition of Sleigh Ride. For a more jazzy version, I recommend the Glenn Miller Orchestra Sleigh Ride, or the Johnny Mercer version. If you want to hear a kind of strange version, it's good, but I guess unexpected version. I would say check out the Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass rendition. It has a lot of tempo changes. If you want to be like surprised by tempo changes, check that one out. Jingle Bell Rock is my
Mean Girls.
Yes, that's actually why I kind of felt like I had to include it, because it's just iconic. Every time I hear it, I think of Mean Girls, that scene. Number 10 is Silent Night by Mariah Carey.
Oh, okay.
So everyone talks about All I Want for Christmas Is You, which is iconic and it's good. And I know it makes everyone's list, especially in the US. I have something to
say about that song too.
Yeah, so it's one of my favorites, but I chose to instead highlight her rendition of Silent Night because I just really enjoy her version of it. She embellishes the melody with a beautiful skill and virtuosity, and she still keeps it recognizable, which some people don't always do when they're very virtuosic renditions. And the melody is like layered with just like soulful layers of harmony that I just can't leave out. I just can't leave it out of the playlist. I had to include it. It's my favorite. And so I consider it the number one vocal version of Silent Night that I've ever heard so far.
Well, the All I Want for Christmas Is You song, like, I don't really care for it, you know, but I do like the memes because people on YouTube like to make like funny videos surrounding that song. And the one I just recently watched, it's called Mariah Carey Gets Captured by Santa Claus, and it's just her singing in the beginning, and then you just hear sounds of her getting captured. Like you hear
yeah, I've heard some of these. Yeah,
like you hear Santa like ho ho ho, and then he like captures her, and then she screams, and then she stops singing, but the song still keeps going.
Yeah, like the background music.
Yes, and then in the comments of the video it says, "I love how the band is still playing music after Mariah got kidnapped."
Yeah, and I think I heard one recently where it was like, "All I Want for Christmas Is You," but like Mariah falls or something, you know, like, yeah, those are so funny.
Yeah, or Mariah sings it off key or something like that. So I love the memes about the song.
It's funny. But yeah, I didn't include that one because I feel like this list is less pop oriented. It's a little more jazz oriented. So not that it wouldn't completely fit in here, but I just I've listened. I know I'm gonna listen to that song, you know, so that's why I don't include it.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah, and I like I said, I enjoy it, but if I had to pick one from that album that's my favorite for various musical reasons, it's her Silent Night rendition. So next up, I have "Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies" by Tchaikovsky.
I love that song.
Instrumental.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It's really good.
Then up next I have "Let It Snow" by Grayson Park Band. I've picked this one because I found it to be a more laid back version, and it really had me picturing a warm fireplace and like envisioning a delicious and warm drink. And it's an instrumental one. Then the number 13 spot is "I'll Be Home for Christmas." I picked Elvis's rendition. For a more lively version, like upbeat, I would pick Tony Bennett, but I didn't want to pick like the same artist twice in one playlist. That's also another thing I was trying to do, kind of like have variety. And I really think Elvis's vocal style shines in this song. So that's why I picked it. Then number 14 is "This Christmas" by Donny Hathaway. And it's like, I hear it around, but it's not as like famous as some of the other Christmas songs you hear all the time, and that's what I kind of liked about it. It's a little less known, but it's still good, and it's not like overplayed, which happens with other Christmas songs sometimes. And so I find it upbeat but not too overly cheerful. Yeah, so it's like enjoyable overall. And then lastly, I have "Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" by Bing Crosby. The Frank Sinatra and Ella Fitzgerald and the Judy Garland version are really good too.
Love Judy.
Yes, so many good versions of this song. and it's been a favorite of mine for a long time. And my favorite is just the Bing Crosby one because I feel like it's the classic version. That's the one I always think of.
Okay, that's a cute list. Yeah, it's very classic, you know. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about is like Starbucks drinks, the holiday stuff, or just like holiday things that you can get from like restaurants and things. But like the one I always get is the peppermint mocha. That one's just really good, and it's just like one of those espresso drinks with like peppermint flavored syrup and things like that.
I think I tried it and I wasn't a fan, and my boyfriend tried it and he was like, no, he's like, I don't know who this drink is for, but it's not for me.
Well, it's for me.
Basically that's what he said.
I also tried the toasted white chocolate mocha frappuccino. I think I liked that one, but I'm not really sure.
Toasted mocha.
There's another one called, I don't know if it's new, but it's called iced sugar cookie almond milk latte. I want to try that one.
I don't think I've tried it. It sounds sweet. I always get like something with that's not sweet because it's just me. It's just my preference. I don't think I've had a frappuccino. I don't think I've had a frappuccino in like a year, if not more. This
one just says latte.
I rarely get that. It's just not my favorite thing to get.
So you never want to get a holiday drink when we're at a Starbucks or something?
I think the last one I had, well, I don't know if they still have this one, but I remember my favorite one was the gingerbread latte.
Gingerbread latte, okay.
I don't know if they have it anymore, and I don't remember what's in it. I know it has cinnamon.
People also put recipes online of those.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Let's see, espresso, milk, whipped cream, and nutmeg. But I want to say it has flavors in it, and I can't.
I mean, the description just says sweet and delicately spicy gingerbread flavors mingle with our signature espresso and steamed milk.
They have a gingerbread syrup, apparently. I guess that's what they put in there. I thought
Topped with whipped cream and nutmeg.
Yeah, I thought they had other stuff in there. I don't know. Maybe it used to be different. I have no idea. But I like that's my favorite like holiday Starbucks drink. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite one? You said peppermint mocha.
I like the peppermint mocha, but I mainly just like to get like hot chocolate because when it's cold, good. Yeah, it just is. I like
hot chocolate.
Yeah, those are the ones I like. Also, I really like it when Krispy Kreme do those like holiday donut things, like where they make a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, I haven't been. In a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, but like I just remember them doing that, and pretty sure they still do it.
My favorite donut place is a local donut. I think it's a local. I actually don't know, but Krispy Kreme is consistent. I'll give them that. Yeah, but they're more on the sweeter side of donut.
That's why you don't like it. That's why you don't like it. You don't like anything too sweet.
It's like the sweetest glazed donut, but it's consistent. At least I know what it's going to taste like each time, right? Yeah. Any other like Christmas themed?
Well, like I wanted to try to go to IHOP or something because they have Christmas like Christmas style pancakes. So I was thinking about maybe I should go there soon to try one of them out or something. Because I just like things like that where people do.
You like the seasonal stuff?
Yeah, I like seasonal stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's cool. Well, I hope I don't know.
Hope you have happy holidays.
Yes, I hope you have a happy holiday season. I hope you're enjoying and having a good time with friends and loved ones and family.
Yes. You're already done with buying Christmas presents, and I'm running out of time.
Yeah, I try not to put it off.
Yeah.
But my main thing is figuring out what I'm getting for everybody. And then once that's down, it's easy.
Yeah.
But the problem is that sometimes that takes me longer than I would like it to. Like by the time I figured it out, I'm like, oh, I can't buy it. I can't order anything online because it won't come in time, or it might not come in time. So a lot of my shopping ends up being in person for that reason. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for sharing your Christmas favorites with me.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right. Bye.
Bye.